Global kitchen knives, brought to you by Master Cutlery, were first designed in 1985 by Japanese designer Komin Yamada. They are made from the finest high-carbon stainless steel available for producing professional quality kitchen knives. One of the most unique features of Global knives is their smooth contours and seamless all-stainless steel construction, which eliminates food and dirt from trapping in the knives, offering the ultimate in safety and hygiene. By filling the hollow handle with just the right amount of sand, the knife is light yet perfectly balanced. This allows the user to control the knife with minimum effort. We ensure that all our knives are produced to the highest standards. They are used by chefs in over 120 countries and regions, whether they be professionals or amateurs. As well as receiving the prestigious Good Design Award from the Ministry of International Trade and Industry in Japan, Global knives have also been selected as the #1 choice by the UK's largest independent consumer magazine, Which, when they have tested the best knives available to consumers in 1995, 2003 and 2011. In the most recent review by Which, the G2 Cook's knife scored top marks with an impressive 5 stars in all of the 5 categories: sharpness, food preparation tests, ease of use, handle comfort, and safety. For over 17 years, it has been recognized by the magazine as their best buy product.
Hi, firstly I would like to introduce you our Global knife. Our Global knife was 4 different series. First main series is we called G series. So we given the number G1, G2, G3. Okay? This is a 3-piece construction. Handle is a 2-piece. This is 1 piece, and this is a 1 piece. And blade is cutting by sheet. Firstly, so we are welded 2 pieces of the handle between here and here. Then, of course, we are welded handle and the blade in the between here. And if handle is completely empty, very poor cutting balance. So in order to keep a good cutting balance, we are putting the sound inside. Okay? So if you are very lucky, you can hear the sound, but no. Okay? Our factory is completely filled up the sound. Okay? So this is our main series. Okay? We have one more smaller series. This is a GS. S means small. Okay? Handle shape is slightly different, but exactly 3-piece, same as 3-piece construction. Okay? Same as the G series. Okay? We have one more smaller series. This is a GSF. Okay? This is a 1-piece, solid made, drop forged. So if we produce everything one piece, weight is so heavy. So in case of this series, we are only producing the small size of the knives. Okay? And we are very big proud as our knife is very sharp, very light. We have a very close relation with Swedish national team. We are sponsor, of course. Okay? They said to me, Mino, I agree your knife is very light and very sharp, but we already learned a lot from German knife or French knife. Those knives are very heavy. So why are you not producing the heavier knife? They are pushing me so strongly. So I started to producing the GF series. Okay? This is a GF series. Okay? from top up to the here is one piece, drop forged blade. So if you compare both G series and GF series, look here, the neck parts. Can you see? Very big difference. Okay? So this series is from top up to the here is one piece, solid. Handle is still two piece. Okay? So this knife is mainly using the professional people. Okay? So domestic people is not necessary for this GF series. So in case of the domestic people, just for 3 range is good enough. So I would like to explain you why Japanese knife is one side grinding. Okay? Most of the Japanese knife is just one side grinding like this. Okay? So I'd like to show you, okay, why. Okay? Here is just potato. Okay? So I would like to slice this potato by one side Japanese knife. Okay? Here. Like this. Can you see? Okay? Always slightly coming this side. Japanese knife. Always slightly coming this side. Because this is just one side grinding. So if you have this knife, okay, this knife is always slightly coming this side. So just one side control is good enough. Just like this. Very, very easy to control. But this is not so important point. But, okay, this knife, as I said, is slightly coming this side. So this is only right-hand people. If left-hand people use this knife, blade goes to here, out of control. Okay? So, in case of the left-hand people, we are also introducing like this. This is the left-hand people, slightly coming to this side. I would like to explain you the difference between the Japanese knife and the European knife. European knife, they are grinding like this. Finally grinding like this. Okay? Their knife, they said this is very good for European food. Okay? I agree. Okay? I have no more comment. But on the other hand, we are Japanese knife. Not only our global knife, most of the Japanese, we are gradually grinding like this. Okay? So if compares European knife and Japanese knife much thinner than the European knife. Okay? So much sharper than the European knife. Because we are always slicing. So we need more sharper knife. This is a Oriental culture. Okay? Also, we have one more traditional Japanese knife. This is a one-side grinding. Okay? Here is a sample here. Okay? This is a Japanese sashimi knife, slicing raw fish, making the sushi and sashimi. Okay? This is just one-side grinding. Okay? This is nearly flat. Ladies and gentlemen, any kind of the knife, if you use knife, becomes a blunt. So you must be de-sharpening the knife. Otherwise, you always must be buy the new knife. It's a lot of the money for you. So I just would like to introduce you how to sharpen the knife. we have 3 different type of the sharpening tool. Okay? Firstly, okay, this is a European culture, European style of sharpening, just like that. This is steel, just like that. Okay? You can sharpen. Okay? And this is a very simple, very easy. Okay? Just sharpening, just like this. 1, like this. Very, very simple. Okay? And we also, this is a stone sharpening is a Oriental culture. We are also always introducing the 3 different grit of the stone. This is a coarse, medium, super fine. Okay? This is a 2 combination. Okay? Coarse, medium, and super fine. Okay? This is a ceramic stone. Coarse, medium, super fine stone. Okay? So, how to use 3 different types of the stone? If your knife is completely blunt or a lot of the damage, okay, I recommend you to start by rough. Okay? So you can easily to recover your damage of the knife by this stone. But if your knife is not so big damage, okay, this stone is not necessary. Just for medium stone is the main stone for sharpening the knife. Okay? But I have one more stone here. This is a super fine, very, very smooth. Okay? In case of this stone, a little bit difficult to explain for you. So I specially prepared two samples, same knife. Okay? Can you see here? Okay? You can watch your face by this knife. But this one is just for matte finish or satin finish. Okay? Because this knife, I just finished medium stone. Okay? But this knife, after I finished medium, I polished super fine. So super fine stone is mainly using the professional people. Particularly Japanese sushi chef people is very, very necessary. Okay? So I hope you can understand. Okay? So in case of the domestic people, I recommend you to using 2 combination, coarse and medium, 2 combination stone. We have 2 different types of the stone. Those are ceramic stone. Those are water stone. Okay? In case of ceramic stone, it's a little bit harder than the water stone. So you better to put, before you start, just for putting the water, 1 or 2 minutes is good enough. Okay? But in case of the water stone, okay, please put water like this. Please look here. Okay? Can you see? You can see the bubble. Bubble must be stopped. It takes 10 or 15 minutes, depend to the size of your stone. So water stone must be put in the 10 or 15 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining with my sharpening demonstration. Any kind of the knife, if you use the knife, becomes blunt. So you must be resharpening the knife. Otherwise, you always must be buy the new knife. It's a lot of the money for you. So how to resharpen the knife? It's a very important point for you. So I just would like to demonstration for you. Okay? How to sharpen the knife is how to keeping the same angle or same degree. Okay? if you can keep the same degree, you are nearly expert to sharpening the knife. Okay? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, knife is very dangerous. Okay? So when you are sharpening the knife, always please tightly grip like this. Don't grip just handle, because you are very difficult to keeping the same angle. Okay? So I recommend like this, 2 fingers like this. Okay? And when sharpening not only our global knife, most of the Japanese knife, we are recommended you to keeping the angle between 10 or 15. How to keep the 15th point? Okay? So, and if you want to sharpen the knife by stone, your stone must be flat. If it's hollow, no chance to sharpen the knife. Must be flat. Okay? So, like this. So, look like this. This is my 15 here. Okay? After I fix 15, okay? 2, 3 fingers just for soft touch. Lead the blade. No power required. Okay? Just like this. And I pushing just like this. I just pushing just like that. And if you feel the shortage of the water on the stone like that, okay, please always few drop, just like, don't do that like that. Okay, I will explain you later why. Only few drop, just will continue, just like. Please concentrate on how to keep the 15. Okay. Just like this. But if I suggest you to keep the 15, okay, during you are sharpening the knife, you have no chance to watching the 15. It's too dangerous for you. Okay? Actually, you are no necessary watching the 15, because if you keep the 15, okay, your stone is making the same sound for you. Okay? So please listen the sound from the stone. Okay? Can you hear the different sound? I change the angle. Okay? It's no good. Okay? Just like that. So I can sharpen from top into the bottom. So I have a lot of the experience, so that not so difficult to keeping the 15, but I'm sure you are still very difficult. Okay? But don't worry, we are introducing guide rail for you, small and large. Okay? Small one is matching the small blade. Okay? But can you see here, 2 knife is a blade is so small, so you have no chance to using guide rail. Okay? Big one is a big one blade. Put it like this. I recommend you to sharpen the knife from top into the bottom. Okay? But if you clip like that, okay? Can you see? Okay? Lot of the space here. Okay? If I push here, again, lot of the space here. So your knife is just dancing on the stone. So you are very difficult to sharpen the knife from top into the bottom one time, because it's caused by guide rail. Can you see? Guide rail is looking you, okay? But blade is looking him. So I recommend you to keep the parallel, just like that. Same, like this. Okay? So, like this. slightly push. Can you see? You can slightly push, just like that. Okay? Can you see here? Okay? Always you can hear the same sound. Okay? This guide rail is better than my technique. Okay? So, just like this, I would like to say, push, 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 relax, 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 push, 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 relax, relax, relax. So, you automatically can sharpen only from top into the bottom. No chance to sharpen the other place because protected by guide rail. Very, very simple, very easy. Okay? If I have a demonstration like that, a lot of the people are asking to me how many strokes, how many minutes can I sharpen the knife? Okay? My answer is always the same. I don't know. Because I don't know your knife. Depends on your knife condition. Okay? But I have one more good idea. I am the right hand. So this is the outside for me. This is the inside. If you are lefter, of course, this is the outside. Firstly, I only recommended you to sharpen outside, just like that. Okay? If you sharpen the outside, okay, automatically coming here. Do you know? It's a English burr. Okay? Here is a lot of the different language. Burr from top into the bottom. But you are quite easy to get the burr from here to here because nearly straight. But this part is slightly curved, so that not so easy. So in such a case, I recommend you try like this, without guide rail. Just same grip like this. I just show. Okay? If you have a burr from top into the bottom, okay? This outside, nearly finished. So you better to change hands just like that. Okay? Please watch my grip. Grip is very important, like this. When you are sharpening the right side, like this. Okay? When you are sharpening the inside, just like this. Okay? Just like this. After 30 or 40 stroke later, again you better to check where is the burr, where is the burr, where is the burr. Okay? If you reconfirm burr from top into the bottom, again you better to change the hand just like that. Okay? Please repeat 4 or 5 times. Each time your burr is becoming the smaller and smaller, smaller. You must be take out burr from the both sides. If both sides is smooth, your knife is okay. And you can use 6 months without sharpening. Okay? I forgot the very important point. Okay? And if I continue like this, can you see here? This is a wet powder from the stone. Looks is very dirty, but please do not wash because your knife is sharpened by this wet powder. This wet powder, similar like your hand cream. Okay. So I advise you before, if you feel the shortage of the water on the stone, please few drop, I said. If you are there like that, you may lose the very important wet powder from the stone. Okay? Anyway, your knife is sharpened by wet powder, similar like your hand cream, so that no power required. Okay? So just for relax. Ladies and gentlemen, I never asked you to make the music like a Beethoven. I just asked you to make the same sound. This is very simple, just like this. Push, push, push. Relax, relax, relax. Push, push, push. Relax, relax, relax. So simple, so easy. Don't you agree? Okay? And I would like to finish my demonstration soon, but I would like to indicate to you most difficult point is how to take out bird. Not so easy. But I have a very good idea. One day I watched American Western movie. Do you know the John Wayne? He went to the barber. Barber started shaving razor just like that. Then Barber started just like that. So I watched what Barber is doing. Barber is very clever. They are taking the bird. Okay? This is a canvas. Like this. Okay? And I always using the white canvas like this, but I'm very sure you have no such a canvas in your home. But I'm very sure you have old jeans. Okay? Just take out by jeans. It's very good work. Of course, you know, this idea is I copied from John Wayne. Okay? Not my original idea. Just take out. After you finish sharpening the knife, okay, please wash like this. Okay, because inside is still a lot of the wet powder. Okay, so you kindly wash very carefully like this. Okay, and if still not sufficient enough, okay, I recommend you to put the towel like this. Like this. Can you see here? A lot of the wet powder is here. Okay? So, if you are just take out from the knife, like that, okay, when you are using the next time, wet powder is inside of the guide rail, so scratches occur. So I recommend you to firstly push very carefully and to cleaning inside like this. Hi. I would like to introduce you our Minnow Sharp. Okay? This is a very simple, very easy to sharpen your knife. Okay? Firstly, okay, I would like to explain you. This is a two-wheel. White is coarse, pink is medium. Okay? So white first, then pink. Okay? So please put the water. Okay? Because water is cleaning your wheel during you are sharpening the knife. Also, you can avoid overheating the blade during you are sharpening the knife. Okay? So just like that. Okay? I always using this knife for my demonstration. Okay? So I would like to test with a good condition or not by paper. Okay? So just like that. This is just for paper. So I have no problem just like that. Okay? But this is my demonstration. So I must be better to destroy the blade, just like that. So I have no more chance to cutting the paper. Like that. Okay? So, please, okay? They are very small wheel, but they are very big power. So, please keep just like this. Just keeping the gently like this. Okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I like very much lucky 7. So next is pink color, another 7 stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all. Okay? So I can sharpen this. Very, very easy. So this is my minnow sharp. After I introduce this one, okay, this is mainly for Japanese knife. So a lot of the European people ask me, why you are only producing for Japanese knife? We are European. European knife is much bigger, thicker. So they are complaining to me so much. So I developed 4 times bigger, wide and big, exactly same. So this is not only for Japanese knife, also European knife, also available. So we have one more 3. This is a 3 wheel. Okay? Can you see? Coarse, medium, and super fine. Same as stone. Okay? So like this. Exactly same. Same as stone.
Catra automatically measures how deep each knife can cut through a pack of highly abrasive cards, a blend of cellulose and quartz powder. The deeper the first 3 cuts, the sharper the knife initially. It makes a further 60 cuts, measuring each stroke to see how quickly the sharpness of the blade deteriorates.
Since I started kitchen knife business, already passed more than 40 years. But I always have a very big question. Why we have no measure to check knives? When I traveled in Sheffield in England, I find a very good cutting machine. Name is Catra, Sheffield. Okay? So I immediately bought machine to our office. And I always checking. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is same knife, 3-piece G2, our best seller of the knife. Okay, new knife. Okay, this one is 683. Okay, second one is 635. Okay, third one is 544. Okay. Depend to the knife. Some knife is a little bit lower, but always keeping quite good score. Okay, so firstly I sharpen the knife. Okay. Look here. Okay. 2.5 milli wide of the blade. Okay. I spend the time about 40 or 45 minutes. And I checked. Okay, result was 1047.2. So that if compared the new knife, I improved more than the 50%. Okay. But problem is 40 or 45 minutes too much for domestic people. So I changed mine. Okay, and second one, okay, here, okay, this side 1.2 and 2 millimeter. I spent 30 minutes, but score is 912. Okay, much better than the new knife. But problem is still 30 minutes. Particularly European people have no knowledge how to sharpen the knife by stone. So again, I checked third one. Third one is I sharpen like this, and sharpen the just less than the 1 millimeter, and spend only 10 minutes. But result was 655. Okay, much better, slightly better than the factory machine sharpening. So I would like to say, okay, stone sharpening is absolutely number one. Okay, if you sharpen like this, 1 millimeter, you can use 6 months without sharpening. So stone sharpening is absolutely number one. So I hope you can try to sharpen the knife by stone. Thank you very much.
When people hear the word stainless steel, they may think that it does not corrode, rust, or stain. However, this is a misconception. Despite the name, it is not absolutely stain-proof. It is just more resilient than ordinary steel. Therefore, it is vital that you keep your knives in the right conditions. Global knives are very sharp and should be carefully stored to avoid accidents. We recommend the use of our global knife blocks, knife cases, or magnetic knife racks for safe storage.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to explain you what is the knife. Okay? This is our new knife. Okay? Our G2 bestseller all over the world. Okay? This is a very sharp new knife, of course. Okay? Please watch my hand. Okay? I would like to try like this. Even 100 times, never cut. Okay? If I catch like this, just one line is here. Do you know the why? Because I not moved. If I moved even 1 micron, okay? So when you are using the knife, don't try like that. Okay? This is just tomato, so you can try. But like this. Okay? But when you are using the knife, okay, please try to slice just like this. So your knife stays longer. So don't try. This is a Chinese style. Okay? So just please try to push and just like this. So your knife stays longer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining my sharpening demonstration. Okay? If you can sharpen the knife properly, okay, you can enjoy your cooking. Okay? And I hope you have tried to sharpen the knife by stone. Thank you very much indeed for your attention.